Welcome back. LT Volk here with episode 67 of the Baldur's Gate 3 Honor Mode playthrough. In this episode, we're gonna finish up the Avenge the Hag Survivors quest, and then do Free the Artist quest. So without further ado, let's teleport to... I believe it's Lower City Central Wall waypoint. And if not, we'll just teleport to the one that we need to go to. Yep, here we go. Gets us close to Vanra and Lora. And I think we're gonna go right through over here. Yeah, and that should get us right where we need to be, which is this house right here, I think. Sounds good. And after that, we'll talk to Lora, get our rewards, then talk to Mayrina, get the rewards from there, and then finally take a long rest and continue on to Free the Artist quest line. Right. Alright, Lora, let's talk.
You brought her back. You brought back my sweet, sweet girl.
The hag was my problem to deal with.
It was everything. I'll never forget it. Here. A token from the pirate life I left behind. Thank you for being braver than half this city put together.
And we've gotten this amulet and a sword.
Bake something.
Although I don't think I'm gonna be using them. Yeah, it doesn't really have anything that I need. So we'll send it to camp to sell later. And thankfully, Mayrina is right next to this building. So we don't have to run around searching for her. Alrighty, let's enter the building. Talk to Mayrina, and then after that we'll probably take our long rest to recover some spell slots, especially for Shadowheart and Gale. Let's go. Alright, Mayrina, got good news for you.
She's dead, isn't she? Ethel is dead.
Yes, finally.
Yes! Fuck you, Ethel, you miserable old bat! Fuck you for telling me I'd be an awful mom. That I was nothing but a pregnant half-wit. Oh, and the girl? You saved her too, right?
Yeah, she's traumatized, but alive.
Thank the gods. You hear that, Connor? Ethel is dead.
Oh, you didn't change back? You're still a zombie. I thought with Ethel gone... Never mind. I'll find another way to turn you back. Somehow.
You helped me take down Ethel. Give yourself time to celebrate.
Only a little. But it'll be nice to finally sleep with both eyes shut. Thank you.
And we got another amulet as a reward. And once again, I don't think I'm really gonna be using it too much. I might equip it on Will or Astarion for their quests. But up here, we can also talk to some of these other survivors.
Cledge can't believe you killed thee, Auntie Ethel. You're amazing.
I am indeed.
Should you ever have a need of a cleric of Helm, I shall be there. You have my word.
Alright, thank you. Speaking of that, I'm about to take on a giant nether brain, so how about you come and help us out? Anywho, let's take our long rest now. Yep.
It ain't right. They're pushing. 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 It ain't right. They're
Let's do it. Use up the supplies and full rest. And it doesn't seem like we have a cutscene or anything like that going on, so that's always good as well. Because sometimes they kind of interrupt the flow, you know? Okie dokie. Now we're gonna resummon our allies, our Myrmidons, and then rebuff as well. And let's use our Spellscrox amulet. Where are you at? Where are you at, amulet? Would be very, very unfortunate if I actually sent it to camp. Which I think I did. Alright. Back to the camp! Was a mistake. There it is. Pick up. Alright, now let's leave camp. And recover a spell slot. So there we go. Get our level 6 spell slot back. And then re-equip our necklace of the Misty Step. Gale's gonna equip the staff with the arcane battery, and we'll summon another air myrmidon for free. And then re-equip his spell sparkler. Alright, that works. My character also is gonna summon us. And now let's long strider everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then my character also is gonna cast Speak with Animals as usual. Gale's gonna cast Mage Armor on himself. And Shadowheart's gonna give us Hero's Feast.
What's cooking?
Nothing much, Karlak. Why don't you drink an elixir of giant strength? That would be good.
That Lord Gortash.
Alright.
Should have his own
Yeah, now we're ready to continue on. And I think we're actually gonna step in Blushing Mermaids. Where is it? I thought we were close. Oh, there it is. Still heading in the right direction, I guess. We'll see if the captain has anything to give us. I don't think so. I believe if you don't loot the gear from her when you knock her out, she gives you most of the gear. But we already looted most of it anyways. Alrighty. As there are dead bodies and pools of blood all over the floor. It's pretty funny. Alright, Captain Grizzly.
Well, if it isn't the Hag Killer, if you're here to see how I am, don't. My crew has been acting like I'm bloody made from porcelain. I'm this close to kicking in a few teeth, just to show I've still got it.
Yeah, alright. So we're not getting anything new from her. Well, let's continue heading down this way. And I believe it's this building right here to the west of the lodge that actually has got the Free the Artist quest. The next step of it. Alright, so let's continue going there. And the last time I did that quest, it was really buggy. Pretty much the game would slow down or crash. So hopefully that was patched up since then. Because I think that was the most difficult thing about the quest, is it would like crash when you would attack certain items. And we got a dapper dragonborn butler. Alright, let's talk.
A good day to you, sir. I apologize, but Lady Janeth is not currently welcoming visitors. If you are here with regards to her recent marriage, you may leave any gifts or warm wishes with me, and I will ensure she receives them. Forgive me. As you can hear, Lady Janeth is indisposed at present. Please come back another time.
Your discretion is admirable. Now tell me what's going on there.
Well, of course, that wouldn't be my place to say. Lady Janeth wishes for some time alone with her new spouse and has sent her staff on holiday accordingly.
Can I come in?
Were you to try and enter, there'd be nothing I could do to stop you. After all, I am on holiday. Do as you wish.
Works for me. Thank you very much, Tarhun. And in the lobby, we see floating chairs and statues. Alright. Seems like your standard level 2 haunting. And as we get here, we spotted one of the poltergeists. Actually, a couple of the poltergeists. Alright, so Shadowheart, why don't you cast Spirit Guardians on yourself? And then run in and tag some of these poltergeists. And we've got this golden candelabrum as well that we can destroy. So my character is gonna fire off our main hand crossbow at it, which takes it out and reveals a tormented soul that was haunting it. Alright. Myrmidon, why don't you teleport next to the tormented soul and try to stun it with your electrified flail. And sure, we'll use cutting words to make sure it hits. Cutting words are always funny. Okie dokie. Next, Myrmidon's gonna teleport close to this poltergeist that's gonna be next to it for the enemies and attack it. Alright, end turn.
I don't fancy their chances.
Gale's gonna fire off a level 1 magic missile going into the same poltergeist. I think 3 darts will go into it, and then 1 will go into the second one. Wasn't enough damage to kill off the poltergeist, unfortunately. Alright, end turn. Thankfully, my character can fire his offhand crossbow to take out the poltergeist who's 1 HP. Success. End turn. And Shadowheart end turn as well. And we're gonna have us run up and hit this poltergeist with the claws. But unfortunately it missed. End turn. Karlak is gonna get a little bit closer and then start throwing her returning pike into the poltergeist to take it out. And one more. Very good. And end turn. Now, the Myrmidon's gonna attack the tormented soul again. And right there, we're not gonna use our cutting words. And end turn. And my character will fire off his offhand crossbow at the tormented soul. And there we go. Killed them all.
What now?
Very good. Doesn't look like these bottles of goo or ectoplasm have anything in them. But we have noticed another poltergeist in this dining room.
Ready.
Excuse me, 2 poltergeists. So Shadowheart's gonna run in, tag the first one, Tag the second one, and then we'll smack it with her Blood of Lathander. Missed. Alright, end turn. Karlak will also run in to the dining room and throw her returning pike into one of the poltergeists. There's one, and actually she'll throw it... Nah, she'll throw it in the same one. Having issues with line of sight there. And then turn.
Is ever easy. Unleash me.
Gale's gonna run in a little bit closer and fire off a level 1 magic missile going into the poltergeist. Alright, killed it off. Very good. Now we'll continue moving up to the second floor. Got some floating vases, vases. I don't know what the plural of vase is. And right there is Oskar Fivras and his bride. So let's go talk to them.
Oskar, if you're still in there, listen to my voice. This is not you. Please let me help you.
All I hear is the grunting of a swine. Come closer so I can rip out your filthy tongue.
Stop this. I love you, Oskar. And I know you love me.
It's your gold I love, hogwife. But all the riches in Faerun would not be enough to make a life with you worth living.
Oh, gods aid me. He does not mean the things he says. You! Help subdue him, but be gentle. He's not to blame.
We'll try. So, Shadowheart, recast Spirit Guardians on yourself. Click heals, then run in and tag some of these poltergeists here. Alright, very good. And then end your turn. My character is gonna fire off an arrow of many targets into one of the poltergeists. And we're not gonna make it a crit. And then continue firing on the same poltergeist with the offhand crossbow. And end turn. The Air Myrmidon is gonna warp in next to this guy and smack it with its electrified flail, and hopefully we'll stun it. Yeah, let's use cutting words here.
There's a
Alright.
stench about you.
Hag pit stench, indeed. And was able to stun that particular poltergeist. And turn.
Tempest I will raise.
The second Myrmidon will get close as well. And smack the second less damage poltergeist. But unfortunately didn't stun him. And turn. Gale will fire off his magic missile from the amulet. All of the darts going into this poltergeist that is not stunned, but is gonna act next. And it was enough to kill it off. Alright, very good. And turn. Alright, that one skipped its turn because it was stunned. And now Karlak can throw her returning pike in the poltergeist that's gonna be acting next. Takes it out. Now we have one final poltergeist to take out. Oh, come on. Really? Alright, end turn. The pike hit the this floating chest. Alright, end turn.
Now is your last chance to run.
Don't be like that, darling.
Shadowheart's gonna attack the poltergeist with her Spirit Guardians, and then we'll smack it with her Blood of Lathander. There we go.
Thank you. Now, not that I'm ungrateful for your help, but... Wait. Your face is familiar to me. Yes, I've seen it before in Oskar's sketches. You're the one who saved him from the Zentarim.
What in the hell's is going on here?
I imagine this must be quite a shock. Hardly the Oskar you remember. Not long after the wedding, he lost his appetite, fell into dark moods. He started to avoid my company entirely. Artistic temperament, I thought, but it worsened. He became violent. Called me some rather imaginative names. I hesitate to say it. Something unnatural has taken hold of him. Oskar has been possessed.
Yeah, that much is obvious.
The last time I left this room, the walls started bleeding, and a portrait of my mother tried to bite me. Flying furniture and screaming portraits I could deal with. But to see my husband reduced to such a state... I can't come within arm's reach without him trying to strangle me. And he calls me such vile things. It hates everyone, but it loathes me. It's not him. I know he would never hurt me. And I promised I would let no harm come to him. As you can see, I've already failed. It's obvious he needs more help than I can give. Please, you saved him once. You must find a way to cure him.
Where should I start?
Oskar's behavior began to change shortly after the wedding. He became withdrawn, working obsessively up in his atelier. I tried to take him some food, but I couldn't cross the threshold. It was as though the house itself didn't want me up there. Whatever this thing is, it doesn't want anyone going up there. I swear it's in the walls, watching.
Alright. So, we agreed to help him out. Gonna open up this door. And down here, we have this cursed skull and this haunted candelabrum. And if I remember correctly, the skull's gonna have, man, come on. Yeah, there we go. The skull is vulnerable to radiant damage. Yep, but it's got medium toughness as well. So we gotta do at least 22 damage in order to damage it. Alright, Shadowheart, go ahead and throw your guiding bolt in this cursed skull. There we go. Took it out. And now we'll just enter through the door, which will initiate the fight. Okay, let's do it. And my character is taking some damage from this haunted candelabrum. So he's gonna fire his offhand crossbow at the candelabrum. And then let's fire an arrow of many targets into the poltergeist. And we're not gonna make them critical hits here. And turn. Shadowheart's gonna cast her Spirit Guardians. She's gonna click heals. And then run in and tag those two enemies. Alright. And then end turn.
Creator, destroyer.
Karlak's gonna get a little bit closer and just attack this haunted candelabrum with her returning pike, which reveals Vengeful Soul. Okay, that's cool. And now, Karlak, why don't you run this away? Tank an attack of opportunity. And then throw your returning pike into that other haunted candelabrum, if you can. Come on, come on. Almost. Being thwarted by line of sight issues. There we go. Nope, path is interrupted. There, got it. And it reveals another enemy, Tormented Soul. Okie dokie. Actually, Shadowheart, go ahead and cancel your end turn. Tag the Vengeful Soul, and then tag the Tormented Soul as well as your Spirit Guardians. Sounds good. And end turn. Gale's gonna run through the doorway.
Swiftly now.
And what do I want you to do? Who's next? That one. Then this particular poltergeist, huh? Alright, Gale, just fire your level 1 magic missile. Actually, level 2. All of the darts going into the Vengeful Soul, which should kill it off. Very good. And end turn. The Myrmidon is gonna go through the doors and we'll try to smack that poltergeist right there. This one. Try to stun it with the electrified flail. Alright, success. Very good. And end turn.
Fuck yes.
Karlag's gonna end her turn as well. And the Tormented Soul tried to use Withering Touch on Shadowheart. What does it do? Just damage. We're not gonna react here. I think, maybe we'll do a Psionic Backlash to do damage to it. Yeah. There we go. So it missed, and the Psionic Leash or whatever was able to damage that particular enemy. The Myrmidon's gonna get closer to the next enemy in the initiative and smack it with Electrified Flail as well. Unfortunately, it was able to save. End turn. Tried to go invisible, but got spotted by my character. And then it tried to throw something at the Myrmidon, but failed. Us gonna fire off a Synaptic Discharge at one of the poltergeists. Hits, and then turn. And looks like all of our characters took some damage from, I think, a skull or a candelabrum that's on the next floor. Alright, Shadowheart, recast your Spirit Guardians. Kills off the Tormented Soul. And now continue running this away. Click heals. And continue running, girl. And let's see if she's able to take out the skull with her Spirit Guardians. She was. Alright, good deal. Yeah, this candelabrum, I think, is doing some damage to us. Alright, end turn.
Tale for the ages.
Next, we'll have the Myrmidon try to stun one of these poltergeists. Was unsuccessful, unfortunately. And now warp in closer to Shadowheart. And end turn.
Meets sorcery.
Gods, it's hot in here.
Karlak is going to Frenzy. And then throw her Returning Pike into the poltergeist that's right next to her. And we're not gonna react here. Rolled a 40 on her attack. Wow. Alright. And now, why don't you run in a little bit closer. And throw your returning pike into this poltergeist right here. And use your cunning action dash to just get to the next floor. Alrighty, and then turn. Gale is gonna start moving closer to the stairs as well. And then gonna end his turn.
Can't stay idle. With haste.
Actually, Gale, why don't you dash?
Be a gentleman.
That's what we're gonna do. Yeah, dash and get closer.
Light them up.
And then turn. My character will do the same. Dash. Get a little bit closer. And then fire our offhand crossbow into the golden candelabrum. And then turn. The Myrmidon is gonna try to get closer. Man. Come on, show me the next floor. Well, I guess not. Just end your turn then. And us, go ahead, dash and join the party. Get close to the rest of us. Alrighty, and turn. Karlach took some damage. And now, let's see, what do I want to do here? We got these skulls, which are problematic.
What now?
Yeah, I think Karlach's just gonna take out the candelabrum first. Maybe even throw her Narilna into one of the poltergeists to do AoE damage. Alright, and that did not damage the candelabrum. Back up and throw your Narilna into it again. There we go. That time hit. Use your action surge to recover your actions. And throw the Narilna into the damaged poltergeist. And no, you're not gonna make it a critical hit. Now continue throwing it into the tormented soul. And then use your frenzied throw on the tormented soul again. Very good. Took it out.
Heading out.
And now use your frenzied throw with your returning pike. Come on. Gonna adjust a little bit here. And throw it at this poltergeist here. And not gonna react. Alright, kills them off.
This way.
And Shadowheart got hit with some sort of spell. Alright, Shadowheart, continue throwing your guiding bolts into these cursed skulls. And I think there are some more of the haunted items on the next floor. And that's why we're taking all the damage. Yeah. Alright. Take it out for me, Shadowheart. Didn't do enough damage. Come on. Get closer. And use your guiding bolt again. That time it hit. And now we can take a short rest.
A welcome rest.
To recover all of the health we lost to these skulls. In the mode of Masters.
What's that?
Okie dokie. Up here we spotted an easel and a secret door that we're gonna lock back.
Trouble now.
And let's get guidance from Shadowheart. Success. Can tell by the sound of the roll. And we see painting of a smiling maiden.
The portrait is ice cold to the touch, filling you with a sense of overwhelming dread. So why is the woman smiling?
And up here we can read this unsent letter. Carrie, my darling, I'm not sure why I'm writing this. Where you've gone, no pigeon could deliver it. Still, if there is some part of you watching over my shoulder as I sit here, I beg you, leave me be. You fill my every thought, my dreams, my nightmares. Is there no reprieve from the memory of your face, the look of disappointment you cast upon me each time I close my eyes? So it's pretty much a letter to his first love. And this is a letter to Lady Janeth. And let's see. Let's lockpick this chest. It might actually have something that would point us to the next location. Roll the 19, very good. And it's got this letter to Oskar Fevres. Let's read it. This parchment is old, flaky, and smells faintly of tomb musk. Says, bring this letter to my mansion near the seafront, and together we will see if the dead have peace to offer you. Yours in spirit, Mystic Carrion. And it gives us a password for the door as well. Alright. But before we go there, we're gonna teleport back to Lora City's central wall and go find a mortuary. Guess it will be much quicker. We'll need to find one additional jar to take out the Mystic Carrion. Yeah, that's his name. Forgot it for a second. Alright, where are... Or maybe it's somewhere here. I do not recall. Yeah, actually, I think it might be in this Bloomridge Park area. Right? No, it's north. I was right the first time. Got temporarily disoriented, you know? Adventurers don't get lost. They get temporarily disoriented. And there we go. Got the graveyard, and there should be a mortuary around here as well. I think, yep, there it is.
That's curious.
So my character's gonna hide.
Softer than a whisper.
Oh. Got spotted by somebody. Alright, y'all. Rather than looking at me, why don't you look at this little kitty that I created? And then we can hide. No.
Another step forward.
Come on. I just want to lockpick that hatch. Hey, little kid, just go away. I don't want you spotting me. There we go. Finally. And now we're gonna lockpick this.
This guard caught you picking a lock. Perhaps you'd like to try the lock of your very own cell.
We're gonna try and talk our way out of it using our persuasion. Unlocking a lock can hardly be a crime. They're supposed to do that. That's actually pretty funny. And a success. Alright, there we go.
You've convinced them. For now. but transgress again, and no amount of talking will get you out of trouble.
Yeah. Alright, peoples. Just let me lockpick in peace. Por favor.
Have people no respect for the dead?
Alright. Forget it. My character is just gonna cast greater invincibility on himself, or invisibility rather, and then lockpick this key, or this hatch. There we go. Greater invisibility doesn't break after you do an action. So let's go down there and grab that jar that I wanted to grab. So I'm gonna go through here, and there is that that jar rather. And we got the Baldur notebook talking about the jar, I think, and the mummification. Now let's teleport to Heapside Strand waypoint. I think that's the right one. Yeah, and that gets us close to the Mystic Carrion's mansion.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
So let's move in. And cancel out greater invisibility as well, for now. We'll interact with the stone wall.
Set into the mansion's faded exterior, you see the faintest outline of a door. An entrance designed to provide the utmost discretion. The door pulses with a heavy, melancholic magic. Whatever lies behind it concerns the living and the dead. You sense it waits for the right words. It requires permission to open.
And we'll use this option that we read about in the letter. Secreta Martorum.
The door shudders. It has no choice but to let you inside.
Mystic Carrion awaits.
Alright, there we go.
Let's see what this does.
And up here we see the Mystic Carrion.
You do not have an appointment. Yet you seek an audience with Mystic Carrion. Ah, yes. You were drawn to me. A wanderer, bearing the scent of death. You are familiar with the necromancy of Thay. I have heard the spirits whisper its name. Few books have the power to send a shiver through the living and the dead. Tell me, what did you make of its contents?
You're familiar with the subject matter?
Such a book is for those who make only the shallowest ripples in death's dark pools. I inhabit the depths. Clearly these are not waters you know how to swim in. I would hate to be the one who helps you drown. Perhaps one day the book will reveal its secrets to you. Until then, they're best left between its covers. Unless you have any other business with me, I suggest you return to the domain of the living.
I came to discuss your client, Oskar. He's been possessed.
The painter. Yes, I remember. He wanted to contact a tormented spirit. I gave him exactly what he desired, and for a pittance, given the complexity of his request. His inability to follow simple instructions is hardly my fault. If he wanted his safety guaranteed, that would have cost him extra.
Who was he trying to contact?
My clients are guaranteed absolute privacy in their consultations with myself and my spirits. I assume you came to me seeking an exorcism? I can provide you with the means to perform such a ceremony, but you understand, this is my livelihood. First, you must do something for me.
What kind of service?
Do not worry. It is of an earthly nature. It regards a conduit of mine, Thrombo, who has recently deserted his duties. He has not gone far, but given the sensitivity of his nature, I would prefer that he is not free to roam the city. Return Thrombo's body to me, then I will give you what you need to cleanse Oskar of his spectral interloper.
Baldur's Gate is a big city. A name's not much to go on.
Had I thought you were the type to shout his name from the rooftops, I would never have offered you the job. Thrombo is not alone in his ingratitude. He has led others in my service astray. 3 of them, beggars and zombies alike. The others lack even Thrombo's modicum of intelligence. It should be no great task to wring his location from one of them.
Very well. I'll bring you Thrombo. You agree to free Oskar.
Then, with the spirits herein our witnesses, the arrangement is made. They will follow your progress with great interest. As will I.
Alright, and let's actually trade real quick. Mystic Carrion.
My spirits told me you were capable, yet you stand in my presence, and Thrombo is nowhere to be seen.
Do you have anything to trade?
But of course. One must never be scared to part with gold. It's better spent than buried.
And let's see what we have here. This might be good for Will or Astarion. We're not gonna need this. That's not that great. Cloud's Giant Finger, it's a pretty good item. We'll take this shard. Hyena Ear. Kinrine Hair. Pegasus Feather. And I think that's about it. Yeah. And we're gonna add some wares that I tagged that I don't need. Alright, good deal. And the actual organic way to go about this is, you might recall, there is a zombie that's located right here by this basilisk gate that wants you to hit him for some money. But the actual Thrombo person is located right here. So if you talk to that zombie, he'll tell you about this house. And we actually, looks like, got some food here from Hero's Feast that we didn't pick up before. Okie dokie. So let's go through the double doors. And then open this wardrobe.
Leave me be. What are you doing in here?
The man's stench is unmistakable. Death, decay, despair. This must be Thrombo, the runaway Mystic Carrion was so eager for you to retrieve.
This is my spot. Go on, find your own.
Hello, Thrombo. Mystic Carrion's told me all about you.
Mystic Carrion? You're working for him? Oh no. No. I knew he wouldn't let us leave in peace. You don't have to help him. He's the one you should be after, not me.
Why?
You've met him. How can you need more justification than that? He murdered me. murdered my friends, snatched us right up from the dockside and made us these things. Monsters. Fit for cutting and grinding and desecrating the dead. He constantly abuses us. Makes us do the worst things you can imagine. There used to be 5 of us. My friend Talus, he couldn't take it anymore. One day, I saw him drive a coffin nail right through Carrion's skull. Then another, and another. We thought he had done it. Freed us all. Then when dawn came, Talus seized up suddenly like something had got a grip of him. We ran to help, but he just exploded. I got so much blood and pulp in my eyes. When I look back, Carrion was just stood there, completely unharmed.
That's horrible. Alright, I'll help you. What can I do?
We'd have to stop him resurrecting somehow. But I don't know how. Since Talus died, I've been watching Carrion, trying to figure out his secret, and I think he's a mummy lord.
He does seem rather keen on bandages.
He likes to pretend he's not a walking corpse like the rest of us. Beneath those rags, he's as rotten as we are. After Talus died, Carrion blindfolded me and took me into a strange place. A foul and ancient place. Somewhere the living wouldn't dare to tread. Down there, he showed me a jar. Said it contained the secret to eternal life. And if I behaved, he would share it with me. I think it was his heart. I'm not stupid. I know what he did to my friend. Gods, how I'd love to smash that bastard jar. That's how you kill mummy lords, you know.
I already found his lair. The jar you saw, he hid it inside your body.
What? His rotten heart was inside of me this whole time. Get it out. I have to get it out.
And he throws up the jar. Okie dokie. So we are ready to return to the mansion and reconfront the Mystic Carrion. I think we'll be able to do the fight, kill him off, and then destroy all the jars. Let's just see. Found his heart. We must destroy it if we were to kill him for good. Yeah. Alrighty. Fair enough. Let's go in. And actually, Shadowheart's gonna recover a spell slot as well. Using this pearlescent amulet. Alright. And we're ready for the fight then.
No one stopped me yet.
Alright there, Mystic Carrion. Let's talk.
I should speak up.
Or actually, let's see what these are. Yeah, alright. I think I'm actually not vulnerable to fire damage. Can't be surprised. Alright, yeah, it's fine. We should be able to take him out. And he's got this legendary action, Torrential on Death. Yeah. The Great Undead, Guardian Wraith. Alright, I think we'll be alright. Let's talk to him and initiate the fight.
Hush, spirits. I sense it too. Our guest brings with him the stench of Thrumbo's disobedience. Hand his carcass to me. Quickly.
I've decided to keep it. The smell isn't so bad once you get used to it.
How disappointing. I hoped Thrumbo's disobedience would die with him. Your corpse will surrender the jar to me. I will make it!
The battle begins.
Need to act fast.
And Shadowheart, why don't you position yourself a little bit better? Actually, my character is gonna back up a little bit and then fire an arrow of many targets at Mystic Carrion. And this time we'll use our Executioner reaction to make it a critical hit. We got hit with Wrathful Spirits, which is not great, but we still should be alright. Alright, Shadowheart's gonna move this away, and then we'll fire her Sunbeam to hit Mystic Carrion and a couple of its ads. Oh, he's immune to radiant damage. That's not good. Oh, he's immune to everything. Oh, that's really not good. Alright.
I'm on my feet.
Well, let's see if we can make him dance. Cannot be charmed. Can't target undead. Yeah, this is really not good. I guess my character is just gonna cast Hold Monster. Nope, can't target the undead, huh? Alright, Confusion on a whole bunch of these enemies. And then back up a bit.
Step forward.
And then turn. Gale is gonna fire off his Curriculum of War. All of the shots going into this Ulnar guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very good. Kills him off. And then turn.
Will protect me.
Shadowheart's gonna cast Mass Healing Word on everybody. Karlak is gonna Frenzy. And gonna start throwing her Returning Pike into one of the Ancient Servants. Alright, there we go. Ancient Servant, die! And the second shot's gonna go into them as well. Then she's gonna Action Surge to recover her actions and continue attacking the damaged Ancient Servants. Kills them off. And now get a little bit closer to the enemy so that the ceiling doesn't block your shot, and continue throwing it at him. It's a critical hit, very good. And one additional throw. And yeah, we'll make it Lock of the Far Realms as well. Kills him off, and then turn.
To concentrate.
Shadowheart's gonna end her turn as well. The Myrmidon's gonna try to stun Mystic Carrion. And let's see what his saving throw was. Yeah. Alright. End turn. The other Myrmidon will try to do the same. Use the Electrified Flail and try to stun it. And this time we'll use Cutting Words to help him out.
You infect my eyes.
Unfortunately, it was still able to save. Dang. Alright, end turn. Us is gonna attack one of the ancient servants here. And then end turn. Mystic Carrion cast Cloud Kill, and it seems like we were immune to them. I don't know how, but once again, not gonna look gift horse in the mouth. And here, Gale's gonna use his shield. Reaction spell to make the ancient servant miss. Okie dokie.
Battle of wits.
Shadowheart. Let's take a look at you again, Mystic Carrion. And reread this guy. He's got torrential death. Or torrential on death. And that gives him Guardian Wraith. Yeah, immune to all damage. Alright. So, what to do here? I think
Right, Karlak, it's go time.
Karlak's gonna get out of this area here.
Can't give up.
Shadowheart's gonna cast her Spirit Guardians. And then she'll move up on the stable, click heals, and then run in and tag all of these enemies with her Spirit Guardians to build up some Radiant Orbs on them. And then run out of Cloud Kill. And turn.
The only way out is through. Allow me to demonstrate.
Gale's gonna get out of Cloud Kill as well. Should be able to tank all of the attacks of opportunity without a problem. Now that Shadowheart stacked some Radiant Orbs on him. And he's gonna drink Potion of Superior Healing to recover some health. And after that, what to do here? I don't think we can hold person him or planar binding. Yep. Can't do autos and can't do hold monster. That's unfortunate. Let's fire off our arrow of many targets into this group right here. And we'll re-roll our 1. And then we're gonna cast or fire off an offhand crossbow as well. And end turn. And I think Gale's gonna fire off his level 6 magic missile. All of them going into the Mystic Carrion. And once again, cast Wrathful Spirits. And now he's got Guardian Wraths and cannot be damaged. That's fine. Karlak, throw your Narilna into these ancient servants here. Probably going into this guy first. Alright, and continue throwing. Takes that one out. And now use your Frenzied Throw on another ancient servant. And finally, another Frenzied Throw using your Returning Pike, just so that Shadowheart is not hit with the AoE. Kills him off. Very good. And turn.
How fools these mortals be.
Gale's gonna end his turn as well. And my Myrmidons are gonna try and stun Mystic Carrion once again. This time we'll use cutting words and should be automatic success. Alright, very good. This Myrmidon will do the same to one of the ancient servants. That's right up here by Mystic Carrion. Alright, stuns them as well, and end turn. Us is gonna get out of the Cloud Kill and use its Synaptic Discharge on the ancient servant. And end turn. One of the ancient servants runs up to Shadowheart and gets hit by her Spirit Guardians. We got another mommy coming in and smacking its ally because it's confused. Alrighty. And hopefully now
This is gonna feel good.
Karlach can just focus fire Mystic Carrion. Hopefully he won't be able to use his legendary action while he is stunned.
Easy as.
But I guess we'll see. Yep, alright. So here we go. Karlach's gonna finish off Mystic Carrion. Was her return in pike. And one final throw. Kills him off. And end turn.
Time to push my luck again.
My character's gonna drop the Glyph of Warding Thunder to hit two of these enemies here. And then we're gonna fire off our offhand crossbow at one of the damaged enemies. The one that's not stunned. Yeah, that sounds good. And then turn.
They burn.
Gale's gonna fire off his level 5 magic missile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 darts going into this guy. And one going into the stunned one. And turn.
Finish this.
Shadowheart's gonna attack the Ancient Servant with her Spirit Guardians, and then use her Guiding Bolt as well on it. Alright.
Not unless all ties to this plane are severed.
Not too bad. Let's check the Mystic Carrion's body here. And he's got some of those items that we're gonna grab. And I think it's actually a pretty good spot to end the episode. On the next episode, we're gonna tie up this quest by destroying the jars that we have. And then probably do the Astarian's companion quest, going to see Cassador. Yeah, sounds like a good plan. Anyways, as always, thank you for watching and hope to see you again soon.